today we are going to do and we are going to work with the term shadow, and also we're going to apply it in a healing meditation. As I already mentioned, we are going to talk about the term, how I define it and how others have defined it along the way, so we better understand the term and how it applies. And after that, the healing meditation, so that we work and practice with this, so that we get into the groove, the healing, the energy of some of our aspects of the shadow. And so let's start. So let's begin. The term shadow, it was used by Jung. Some of you know that he was a psychologist and more than that. And this term tries to be encompassing and more encompassing than the term unconscious that it was spread by Freud, which was another psychologist or in the same kind of time and period. So the term shadow refers to the unknown parts of our psyche, but also to the unknown parts of our spiritual world. Okay, so it's not just something that we are hiding in the shadow, that we want to repress as being negative or something that we are ashamed of. It's something that we don't know. It's more than something that we it's not healthy or is not good for us, and it's something that we do not know about ourselves. So we all know that the world is dualistic in nature, and that in everything in the universe has opposites pair, right? Light and shadow, day and night, up and down, hard and soft, masculine and feminine, earth and air, positive and negative, sweet and salty, man and woman, and so on. Okay, so on our psychic and spiritual world, it's also formed by its luminous part and its dark part, which, although we do not see it, that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. So one of the tasks that as a human being is to go through earthly life in search of its own shadow, to bring it to light, right? The subconscious, the unconscious, and everything in between, we can call as shadow. Some of us know that it's we are aware, or we are being aware consciously, just 5% part of the whole. So 95% is what we can call shadow. So in order to bring this shadow into the light and bring our own healing, right? The personal shadow, first part of the personal shadow develops in childhood. We identify with certain aspects such as generosity and kindness. At the same time, we despise or we reject what is the opposite. In this case, selfishness or evil, or being unkind. So in this way, our light and our shadow are being built simultaneously, meaning that we are building kindness, but we hide what is evil, or we are building generosity and we hide selfishness. A known poet and activist, for example, Robert Bly, said that we spend the first 20 years of our life filling the backpack like a backpack with all kinds of experiences, and then we spend the rest of our lives trying to empty this backpack. That is the work of recognizing one's shadow. To the extent that we refuse to empty the backpack in the other half of our life, this will become heavier and heavier and more dangerous when we try to open it. Because we can understand that what we want to hide is something that at some point in our life, when we are triggered by some things that we don't like, because the universe always tries to show us that we are whole, we are going to not have the ability to hide that aspect of ourself, of shadow. So it's going to have like an explosive, let's say, nature in order to get out in a, let's say, surprising way. There is no alternative to meeting oneself, but to actually get into to the shadow and open it. Either we are sincere in investigating our most hidden suffering or painful aspects, because pain is also here on whatever we want to try and hide, or these aspects will seek to slip into the least opportunity moments of our existence. I also have a quote for this. It says, "Positive thinking is simply the philosophy of hypocrisy. To give it the right name, when you are feeling like crying, it teaches you to sing. You can manage it if you try, but those repressed tears will come out at some point in some situation. There is a limitation to repression, and the song that you were singing was absolutely meaningless. You were not feeling it. It was not born out of your heart." So to just emphasize a bit this quote by Osho, I believe it was said, we can positive think all we want. If we still have aspects that are painful, that we've tried to suppress, and we want to cry in the moment instead of singing, we are repressing the tears. Thus, this limitation that we are putting on ourselves is going to create hypocrisy, and everything else that we are creating, in this case singing, we want to sing or we want to create something, it doesn't have substance, it doesn't have meaning. So why? Because it wasn't felt, it wasn't born from our own heart. So for example, a baby is one opportunity for the mother to recognize her shadow and evolve spiritually, to recognize ourselves, to focus on our access, to ask fundamental questions, and to stop lying by beginning a path of overcoming our flaws and start learning. Because the baby represents the teacher, the guide, thanks to his magnificent sensitivity, and also thanks to his fusion state with the mother or maternal person. Being so pure and innocent, he does not even have the conscious decision to relegate to the shadow the aspects that every decent adult will despise. Thus, is just going to express any feelings that we as adults repress in front of society. So the baby becomes a crystalline mirror of our own hidden aspects. That's why a deep contact with the baby should be a time to make the most of it. However, the term shadow encompasses everything, good or bad, that it was repressed. Thus, if in our childhood our light was also shut down in one way or another, for example, skills or talents which were not seen as such by the adults who raised us, we are prone to put aside into our subconscious those parts as well, in order to feel safe, belong, and be accepted in the family. When we admire something or someone, it is a clue of a hidden talent, a skill, or a personality trait that we possess but we have not accepted, revealed, or consciously chosen to integrate within us. Thus, the shadow is not just the parts that we repress as being bad, but also our own skills and light. So on this note, it is important to work with one's shadow self so that we can heal, become whole, to live a more authentic, fulfilling life and grow spiritually. It represents accepting yourself entirely and embracing the path of self-love. This is just a few things that we can say about the shadow. It's just a general note to enter into the energy and to understand at the mental level what this term represents. We can talk about days and have representations and have a lot of images and examples. However, I want to do this further and talk to you guys and actually practice more into the healing meditation that I'm guided to do with you today. And we are going to do the meditation, and for that we are going to close the eyes. And now we're going to do the healing meditation for the shadow self, for working with our shadow. And for that, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and stay more into your body. Feel your lungs and belly 3 times and release everything that you no longer need in this very moment. Amazing. I want you to be more into the body by connecting to your breath. And then, with your mind's eyes, go up onto the crown. Move your focus on the forehead, your nose, mouth, neck, chest area, then down on the belly, pelvic area, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet. You're going to visualize the whole body from bottom to top to bottom. Focus now, please, on the heart space. And let's bring all our 5 senses into this space. So we are going to feel the space through the 5 senses. See if you can see something in there in the heart. If you can smell something. If you can hear something, you can sense it. If you can touch it or taste it. Bringing all our senses into the body and to the present. from the heart space, we are going to see a cord of light going down through, piercing through the chakras down below, through the last chakra, and piercing through the earth, going into the center. We are grounding more and more. And then from the heart space, we are going to see another cord of light going up, piercing through the superior chakras, going up and exiting the crown on the top of the head, going up in the center of the sky. We are connected with the sky and the earth. And we are in the middle as a conduit or a channel with matter or the earth and sky or spirit. I want you to feel now in your body, going back into the body. I want you to see if you have any discomfort in the body. If you have, you can also breathe into that part of the body. But just take note of that. Following, next we are going to go again into the heart space. And into the heart space, we are going to see something that looks like a hole, like the hole in a tree, for example. And we are going to enter with trust and sliding into that hole. We are going to go down on the rabbit hole, as you have heard. We are going to go down, down. We trust and courage that everything is good and it's okay. We have entered a part of our own psyche or a part of our own heart where we have never been before. And I want you to imagine now that you are being helped by your higher self and guides, that they are with you, and me as well. I'm with you, your guides in spirit are with you, and your higher self are all with you. And I want you to see in that space, opening in front of you, a road. Aside from the road, on the left side and the right side, it's filled like plain of grass or trees on one side and the other of the road. You are seeing now the sides of the road, and you are going to watch on on both sides of the road, also how you see it from the front and behind, left and right. So look on all four directions. And also see what else is there with you. Maybe you can smell something, or you hear something, or you see the sky as well. Maybe you have a sensation, an emotion that is piercing or is with you. Just take note of all these things. And then we are going to move and walk along the road, and just on the side there's a stop, like a bus stop, where you are going to wait for the next bus that is coming. You feel the anticipation of encountering yourself with parts of one part of yourself, and you are curious, you are excited. From the left, you are going to see the bus coming, approaching slowly. And then the bus is right in front of you, opening the doors, and there's a driver that it's allowing you to enter the bus. You are entering the vehicle, and you see that the bus is almost full. Different faces, different people, men, women, children, different races, and different social status, different people of all classes. And I want you to be in front of the bus, and you are going to search with your intuition. And by saying intuition, you are going to feel a calling from your heart where you are going to sit. Okay, it's either on the left or the right, and you are going to sit exactly where you are going to find the shadow self that you despise the most, or you have hidden the most. You don't like about yourself, or you don't like onto others. It can be anything from a liar, it can be anything related to a fat person, or it can be someone that you don't like because it has different skin color. It can be anything that is you can imagine. Just let yourself be guided by what is coming, because it's going to come. And you're going to sit exactly next to this aspect of yourself that you despise or you don't like, or you despise into others. It can be an aspect that you never recognized about yourself. So this aspect of you is sitting next to you. And now you are going to feel in your body how you feel when you are next to this aspect of yourself. What is the emotion? What is the sensation in your body that is telling you that you despise or you reject or you want to hide or you want to abandon this part or side of you? What is the mental construct or your belief about this aspect of yourself? It can be anything from I am not worthy, or I am not valuable because I am this and that and that. People don't appreciate when I'm being rude, or people don't appreciate when I'm being selfish, so on and so forth. I want you to clearly see this negative, we can call it negative side of what you think is negative about yourself or others. And I want you to look very close, as if you are analyzing something very interesting, something very curious. And also feeling the emotions that you feel while you do this investigation. And now I want you to communicate to this aspect of yourself, or this part that you despise. And I want you to ask. When was the first time I rejected you? How old was I? Who made me reject you? What happened? Maybe you can see some people or a scene that was happening in your life while this aspect was rejected, or when this aspect was rejected. It can be anything. You are eating too much, or you are eating too loud, or you're speaking too loud. See if you get the answer now. Of when you rejected it, and feel the emotions that comes when you find out. And I want you now to ask, because she's going to, this aspect is going to tell you when was the time, why you rejected it, and how you can integrate it back to you. How can you make peace and love this aspect of you, you will see that this aspect of you wants just your attention, your love, and wants you to just be present with it. You can say that it's an orphan part of you, an orphan child that was rejected because of different reasons for each and every one of you. I want you to start to connect to it and understand how you can integrate it. If you are comfortable, you can hug this aspect of you. You can ask any other questions you might want. Also, while being attentive on what you feel inside when you integrate this aspect of you. Amazing. Beautiful. Just receive the gift of accepting and loving something that you have never loved, at least in this life, about you or another human being. Understand that if you don't integrate it, it's going to come out asking for your attention. It's going to come out like a naughty and rebel child that was never understood by its parents. You are now the adult that can reintegrate and rewrite the story of what is good or bad, what it should be a good behavior or not a good behavior in your life. This aspect of you can save your life. It can give you so much understanding and compassion to yourself and others of why people are behaving in an unpleasant way. Have compassion and integrate it with love. Amazing. And now that you did this, I want you to again stand into the bus, and closing your eyes, you are going to direct, or you are going to be called by the one aspect of you that you never thought that you are able to be, in terms of being able to have that skill or that talent of something that you really are inspired by others. For example, you love how other people are dancing or singing. You love how other people's are are so smart, or how other people are so funny. Anything that you would love to have, for example, and you are not aware that you possess already inside. I want you to feel guided and go into that bus exactly next to this aspect of yourself that is amazing, that is inspiring, that you never thought you could be. And I want you to sit close and just be amazed and inspired. You can see your eyes starting to shine, and slowly you are going to start and see how your body is feeling when you do that. How your heart is becoming excited. How you feel maybe butterflies in your stomach. I want you to now ask this part or this aspect, what if I could be just like you? What if I would accept that I can be like you, or I'm already like you? You can ask if you can embrace this aspect of you. You hug, and you are going to feel inside of you how you are receiving or activating this gift, this talent, this person inside of you. You can feel how you are becoming more whole, and in your mind there's the seed and hope that you can actually become that, can be that. You are integrating it at different levels of your being, physical, emotional, mental, and so on. Seeing yourself how you can be that, how you can dance amazingly, how you can sing greatly, how you can actually speaking in public like a pro, how you can be so abundant and so skillful of whatever you want to achieve. Just see yourself doing that or being that. Amazing. You see that you have integrated this person inside of you, as well as the person that you didn't like at the beginning. Most aspects of you are integrated inside of you. And you can see that they are with you and they are missing from the bus. You feel more whole, you feel more holy, and you feel that you can do and be whatever you want in this life. You are going to go now on the bus corridor and ask the driver to stop the bus for you at the next stop. Thanking the bus driver, you're going to descend at the stop and you're going to say goodbye. Now you're going to feel the feeling that has given you this journey. And slowly, slowly, you are seeing again the road, and you're going to see the hole that you enter into the space. You're going to go up on the hole, again into the beginning of where you started in your heart space, taking with you all the experiences, the journey, the feelings, the emotions that you had entering and exiting your heart, and slowly, slowly you're going to touch your body, move your head and neck, move the feet, the hands, breathe, take a deep breath, and slowly, slowly open up the eyes when you're ready. Amazing, beautiful journey. Thank you so much, everyone. Until next time, take care and namaste.